Alright, sports fans, Spoonfed here with another installment of my Darkout Beginner's Guide. In this guide, I'm going to touch on the research and placement of your furnace, your first suit of armor, using the recall device, that's this kind of purpley glowing stick here, and few combat techniques and some of the weapons research. Well, let's get started. First of all, I have gone ahead and gathered everything that is necessary to make the furnace. You need 2 coal, 6 scrap, and 10 stone. The scrap you get when you scrapped your pod. So you should already have that. You will need to find in your world stone and some coal. Generally, it's pretty plentiful, just below the surface, sometimes even on it. Once that's done, we're going to research the furnace. You will find it by going to the research menu, pressing X, and you will see here the furnace, which requires 2 coal, 6 scrap, 10 stone. And I'm going to go ahead and do that, and yeah. While we're waiting for this furnace to research, I'm going to go ahead and grab some vines. You will need them to research the bow and arrow. Vines can be found in caves. You can even cause them to generate just by digging into the hillside yourself. You could have them. You could have a vine farm. So you'll see here, there's vines hanging from the ceiling. We're going to harvest those right now. Alright, so arrows we can research with stone and wood. You should have got enough stone when you went out looking for the stone for your furnace. So we're going to go ahead and research that. And you should also queue up the poultice, the light goo jar. We're going to need the light goo jar in a minute. Might as well research the wood closet, because you know that's handy. Actually, we're going to leave it to stuff we need right now. Rope. Rope's an important one, so we're going to research that. We make that from the vines we just picked up. So our furnace is almost done researching here. We are going to... There, furnace is done researching. We're going to craft it now. You'll find that under the Devices tab, Furnace. Alright, now that the arrows are finished, go ahead and make yourself at least 1 set of normal arrows, for now. Ammo, arrow basic, and make them. You will now notice that you have some fire arrows available in your research menu. You should research those. Alright, now that we have researched the fire arrows and the goo jars, we also opened up some new research. Once the arrows were researched and the rope, we opened up the research for the bow. So we're going to need to make some rope and some rubber. These things can be found rubber under resources, I believe. Nope. Both under components. So let's make a few of these. We are also going to need some light goo jars. So go to lights and make yourself 6. I have already done that, as you can see here. I also finished crafting the furnace. So we're going to place that. You place it just like you place the combinator. My recommendation is putting it in, near the combinator, and then right click to turn it on. So now we have a furnace and a combinator, and we can go to resources and start making our metals. Copper bars, tin bars, which apparently you can make from stone. If you have enough stone, you can turn it into tin ore. It's probably going to go away, but for now. And then you can make tin bar out of the tin ore. Or you can make tin bars directly out of scrap, which you looted from your pod. So we're going to need a few. Let's make sure 14, why not? That's a nice round number. Okay. Now we are going to do some more research. We're going to queue up the bow. Get that done. I'm also going to queue up the leather suit. This is your first set of armor. You need 4 pieces of leather. Actually, well, you need a total of 9 pieces of leather for the whole suit. Looks like 6 tin bars and 3 glowing jars. So you're going to want to make sure you have twice that to actually research and make the suit. So I got 6, I got 12, and I've got 48 leather, so I've got lots. So I'm going to go ahead and queue that all up. 1, 2, and 3. Alright, now I'm going to demonstrate while we're waiting the recall device. Something to note, when you are wearing your armor, when you die, you will drop your armor and possibly even the stuff in the accessory slots here. So if you have anything in these 7 slots, you will drop it when you die. I believe there is an easy mode in the works that will prevent that from happening, but for now, this is what we've got. So, the recall device is this round thing you found in your pod. It can be used to fast travel back to a point that you were at. So I am going to go run out a ways and demonstrate the use of it. Basically, you place it just like you'd place anything else. Here, we'll fast travel back to here. So I'm gonna, if I die, I want to respawn here, because let's say I'm working here. So I place my recall device. Now, let's say I've been working and working, and then all of a sudden it got dark and I died. Okay, so let's kill me. Jump, and there we go. I died. Now that I've died, I can teleport myself back to the recall device. Like so. You just click, and we're back. And then once you get back, you can replace the recall device. Now you will notice up here in the upper right corner of your screen there are 2 cooldown timers. It'll be about 2 minutes before you can use the recall device again. So be careful. Once that 2 minutes is up, you can just use it again to move your respawn point back or further into the depths. For example, my tunnel down. And that's how you use the recall device. Keep in mind, like I said, when you are wearing armor and stuff like that, you will drop it when you die. And that's the recall device. Let's check on our research. The suit has started. Now, you'll notice here that while I was researching my suit, I placed a bed. It will serve 2 purposes. 1, it will allow you to advance the time to the morning. And 2, it will also serve to change your spawn point. So, now, if I go to bed, it'll reset the time to 9 in the morning, and it will heal my character as well. Alright. Having done the research for the suit, you will notice that The Mark II leather suit is now available for research. You should have the resources necessary. If not, grab some copper. It's similar to the Mark I suit, except now you no longer need leather, as you will be reusing the pieces from the Mark I suit to make the Mark II. You just add copper and the goo jars. So you'll need another 6 goo jars and another 12 pieces of copper. And we can research Leather Suit Mark II. It will not consume your suit in the research phase. However, in the crafting phase, it will. So for now, we can actually wear the suit until we want to craft it. There. We are suited up. Now, we will be a little bit tougher. You'll take 5 from those monsters now instead of... excuse me. Instead of 20. Alright, now we are going to run out here and place our distress beacon. Or, sorry, not our distress beacon, our recall device at the top of the hill. Actually, I just teleported back to it. We're going to have to do that again. See? Even I don't fully understand some of this. Working on it. Some of the new stuff I'm a little new to as well. So let's place our beacon here. Alright. So we're going to continue on and get ourselves dead somehow. Jump! There we go. See? You drop that when you die. I spawned in the room with my bed, and now I used the recall beacon to teleport back to my recall device. See? Right there. And then right-click on the tombstone. You can click the empty button to quickly loot it all, and you will have it in your inventory. Now, if you know that you're likely to die, you can take off your armor, or if you feel like taking the Death Express, remove your armor, and you won't drop it because it's in your inventory. Now we're going to want to make ourselves some weapons. Make ourselves a little bit stronger. Let's go to the weapons menu. You can see now we've got the bow. We researched it. Let's make one. We've got the short sword here. It was available from the beginning. Let's make one and see how effective they are. We have a bow and we have a short sword. So let's move our gun out of here. These bullets are kind of precious. And let's alright, so we have a bow and we have a sword. Now the bow's kind of useless without ammo, which is why we researched the arrows and the fire arrows. So you go to the ammo tab. You're going to have to make yourself some basic arrows. Let's see, how much stone do we have? We only have 17, so we can only make 15 of these things. Oh, we made 100, so that's not bad. Alright, now, you're going to need tar and... we will get that here from my tar tanks. I had some ready for the occasion. Alright, so ammo. Fire arrows. Let's make what we have into fire arrows. So we've got 75 fire arrows. And now we have a bow with fire arrows. Boop. Like so. Arrows can be recovered if you miss and they stick into the ground sometimes. And the sword, obviously, may not be as effective as the glowtorch, but we shall see. It might be more. Who knows? So we've got the sword. Let's fight him. It looks like it is. However, they regenerate when so now we got a sword and we got a bow and we got some armor and we've got some stronger armor researching. So that's almost done. That's really all there is to early combat. Let's let him in and there. See? That's how we fight with the bow. It's easy for farming these guys for their goo. And it's ammo we can make, because we cannot make those bullets yet for a while. Now I'm going to quickly touch on something else here. There is a bit of a leveling up system. You will notice when you're in your crafting menu, certain things have stars, which is supposed to indicate that you haven't made them before. This doesn't appear to be working, but for example, you'll see some things are highlighted in yellow. That's something that will count towards your level up. So craft that, and when it's done, you'll hear a sound. That one. And now it's no longer highlighted. It counted towards a level up. So make everything with a highlighted yellow name to advance yourself. This will also be a good way to work through unlocking your new types of crafting. So if it's yellow, make it. Alright, now we are almost done researching our third piece of leather suit here. And we are going to queue those up. And I'm going to call this video here, guys, but that is guide number 2. Furnace, early combat, and your first suit of armor. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and favorite my guide.